All right, we got some crazy shit that nobody can ignore. Video shows Department of Justice official urging Jan 6 rioters to kill cops. So we have evidence showing of a current Department of Justice official who was at the January 6th fucking insurrection urging people to kill police is now working for the Department of Justice. I can't even form these sentences properly because I don't understand how it makes sense at all. He also called those same police officers Nazis and Gestapo. I mean, this dude is prior, it's in this article, he is prior police. He had served in the FBI from 2004 to 2017. That's a long time. Where he worked on international counterterrorism. What he was doing is, and eventually became a supervisory special agent. By Jan 6, according to later testimony, he's working as a consultant, blah, blah, blah. Now the thing is here is that then in court, federal prosecutor pressed Wise about his rant against the police. He said, you yelled, shame on you, shame on you. He said, I did. And he was asked if you meant it. Wise says, I did. And then our prosecutor, Chad prosecutor, then asks, and so you also meant this other thing that you said where you say, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, get him, right? And then he somehow says, no, I think it's just an angry reaction. Our prosecutor, again, being an epic Chad, says, so you meant it 10 seconds before and then all of a sudden you didn't mean it, right? Obviously not, because he is breaking the law. He knowingly breaks the law. He's FBI. He's worked on counterterrorism units that would be like plotting, if they're domestic, to do a similar thing probably. He understands the full scope, I'm pretty sure, of what his actions what his actions meant, especially to America, especially as being an FBI agent. And then the other thing I wanted to point out, this dude was one of the ones who was pardoned, and let's see, the Department of Justice also was like, yeah, he a good guy. Sorry, I'm not reading through all of this line by line, but it's fucking insanity. Let's see. Oh, here's the quote. His prior experience as a police officer, as a law enforcement officer, certainly informed his understanding of what was right and what was wrong in the circumstances that he was presented with that day in the middle of the riot, Rosen said. Somebody who is in a position of authority and somebody who's in a position of trust should know better. But here in America, we know that people in those positions only have more opportunities to break the law. Wise's attorneys argued that his speech was protected. Fuck that shit. There's no evidence that anyone involved in the skirmish heard and was encouraged by his words, especially given the cacophony of noise at the time. You fucking idiots. I have this FBI report, a statement of facts written by a special agent with the FBI who shows how he is talking out here right next to some people saying, or telling the MPD officers, you guys are disgusting. I'm former law enforcement. You're disgusting. You're the Nazi, Gestapo. Shame on you, blah, blah, blah. And then a few seconds later, as assaults continued, so he turned, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. I'm not a journalist. I am getting real fucking heated and sweaty over reading this nonsense. So, when violence against law enforcement began in front of Wise, including officers being knocked to the ground directly in front of him, he turned in the direction of violence and shouted, yeah, fuck him. Yeah, kill him. A few seconds later, as assaults continued, he shouted in the direction of the rioters attacking the police line, kill him, kill him, kill him. The below images are still images from BWC footage. I don't know what that is. Who's BWC, just to make sure? Okay, I'd be thinking some inappropriate things, but I don't think that's what it means. Wise appears wearing a blue jacket and black hat and carrying a dark backpack. In the third image, Wise is circled in yellow. So this is that dude. Fucking, I don't want to compare him to Sketch, but he throwing up that finger. They got that fucking don't tread on me flag or whatever the fuck. Here's a police riot shield right in front of him. He got his dumb fuck mouth open right next to other rioters as well. How are you going to tell me that no one heard this? You can most definitely hear people screaming and yelling right next to you, even if you're outside, even if there is some sort of cacophony of noise. I mean, it's not like anyone else was yelling nice things or some shit. And then we have this whole paragraph here that is like the summation of the special agent's opinion of that there is probable cause to believe that he violated the U.S. Constitution here. Okay. So we got people lying for him. Wise attorneys lying for him. But the thing before I went into that aside, I wanted to point out how the Department of Justice spokesperson said in a statement, Jared Wise is a valued member of the Justice Department and we appreciate his contributions to our... How the fuck is that possible? Jared Wise is one of the many people that was pardoned by Trump for participating in the January 6th insurrection. Where can we read exactly that? Just so I'm not lying. Oh, here. Former FBI Director Christopher Wray referred to the attack as an act of domestic terrorism. And then we have Jared Wise, who was on a counterterrorism unit, say that this shit was okay to do. All of the defendants facing ongoing cases likewise had their charges dismissed. So I'm not sure if he was pardoned or not, but he is doing fine right now. Active investigations into assaults on police were closed. And this dude is working as part of the DOJ. And we even read a little bit about what he is doing at the DOJ. According to email records from multiple sources viewed by NPR, Wise holds the title of Senior Advisor in the Office of the Deputy Attorney General and has been working on internal reviews of alleged weaponization of law enforcement. So people are complaining that you're using law enforcement in a weaponized, incorrect way. You cannot weaponize law enforcement like that. And then we got a motherfucker who weaponized his nature of being an FBI agent to somehow give credence to his insurrection attempt about the very institution that gives him the power to be a enforcer of the fucking law. How is this possible in any way? This is insanity. These are the people like this are the people that Trump pardoned or somehow got them out of court and into the government to actively work. And I guess it was the January 6th insurrection attempt was just a marker of your loyalty towards Trump. And if you did that, you're rewarded. Here's one of those rewards, is working right in the DOJ as a senior advisor to the fucking Deputy Attorney General. This is ridiculous. Anyways, please read this article. There's a lot of disgusting shit. I think it's particularly interesting that this is a current Department of Justice official, to be very, very clear. And before we sign off, let's just...
You guys are disgusting. I'm former law enforcement. You're disgusting.
Look at that. You can see that motherfucker
there is a
looking
new
at him.
hire at the Department of Justice.
Sorry. You can see this guy looking at him, responding to his audible noises. How are you going to tell me? How is his attorneys going to tell me you can't hear him?
I'm former law enforcement. You're disgusting. You are the Nazi. You are the Gestapo. You can't see it because you're chasing your pension, right? Your pension. You're retired.
This dude looks confused. He's like, what? No, we're the Nazis. They're messed up, though.
Right? That's what runs your life, your retirement.
The sad thing is they're not even going to get their pension because it's going to be worthless.
And shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Look at him run away while he's saying, right when he decided to say kill him, he fucking ran away. Like a little... Christ, his voice is cutting through the crowd. I thought we were like listening to him right now, but you can actually, even without the subtitles, you can hear his voice cut through this fucking crowd and the cacophony of noise. That's disgusting. And who is the dumb fuck that's chanting USA while trying to storm the fucking Capitol?
You guys are disgusting. embarrassment. You're disgusting. You are the Nazi. You are the Gestapo. Kill him. Kill him. Let's kill him.
All right. Well, hang in there. It'll be looking like, thanks to those Texas Democrats and the other Democrats and across the different states, the institution of the American Republic is still holding strong and offering ways to peacefully fight back. And it seems from recent polls that I've seen that there is a potential turnaround play to happen here. It will be up to the Trump administration to determine how violent it can get. I am going to assume, because, right now everything that the Texas Democrats are doing, for example, is legal, and it's what you should be doing as a minority party. And it's happened many times before, actually, by both sides using the same tactic. The crazy thing is Trump trying to posture and suggest that he would send the FBI to arrest the Texas Democrats, which I think would be a very crazy escalation of the situation that may lead to actual violence if you have fucking FBI and I guess the Department of Justice filled with such traitorous scum that they're going to try and cross state lines and do something about it. Luckily, we got Pritzker from Illinois who got that money bags. So I am going to assume that it's going to be much easier to hide out than hunt down these people. So feeling hopeful and very happy to be reading some of the news that fights back against the current administration in democratic and legal ways. Even with the Democrats' hands tied back, they're never going to be just calling for a mid-10-year, or rather a mid-decade redistricting for their states, even though that's what we should have done like a year ago or some shit. But because the Republicans discussed that and tried to, it's not even a sure strategy that their redistricting would result in getting all those 5 seats that Trump is asking for, which again is ridiculous for him to admit out loud. But whatever. Either way, we got Democrats fighting. They are doing what they need to do. It's up to the Trump administration to see how peaceful this stays, it seems. I hope it stays peaceful. I hope we can continue to have peaceful transitions of power as we should without insurrection attempts. And I hope the fucking criminal that is the president of the United States of America goes to jail for a very long time.